Assalamualaikum. So we are Bachelor of Nutrition Science from University Sultan ZAINAL ABIDIN. To fulfill the task that has been given, so we went to Sri Tanjung Emas to investigate about the shrimp paste processing. We investigate the ingredients that has been used during the processing and also the packaging, either it is halal, hazardous, safe and hygiene.
Hazard point is a point that needs to be recognized whether it is biologically, physically, chemically points of hazards. The purpose is to make sure the food manufacturing is quality and able to reduce the risk of foodborne illness. Control point HCP, a point in food manufacturing. Halal food cross-contamination hazard can be prevented by identifying all haram materials. HCP1 is important in every halal food production as starting point to proceed to the next process. Okay, number 3, halal critical limits. A step in food manufacturing that establishes criteria for each critical control point. Handlers need to follow regulatory limits in order to control range hazards at that point, require minimum and maximum quantitative index or both.
There are several factors that can lead to severe hazard problems. First, physical factors. Improper cleaning and cleansing of the dried shrimps can lead to food poisoning and sinusitis. It is categorized under the most severe level of hazard problems. It is because of unpleasant smell, and the bacteria exist at the dried shrimps may harm our bodies. Second thing for physical factor is the freezer. It is categorized under the moderate severity problem. Freezer should be clean and have enough storage capacity to maintain the quality and taste of the shrimp paste. The newspaper and boards that have been used during the process also categorized under moderate hazard of severity. The newspaper being used to wrap the shrimp paste after the drying process may harm our bodies because the carbon and ink from the newspaper might contaminate the shrimp paste, while the boards being used are from wooden, so it might be contaminated because the wood itself contains the dust. Next, packaging plastic. It is categorized under insignificant level of severity. Packaging plastics for shrimp paste should be properly stored at the clean place to avoid them become contaminated. For the chemical factors, salt and syrup also can potentially harm our bodies, but they are categorized under the low level of severity. High amount of salt and syrup being used to make the shrimp paste will affect the healthy diet of the customers.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will talk about the flow of the process in making the shrimp paste. In making shrimp paste or belacan, there are 8 steps that must be followed. Firstly, raw material. It was as a starting point or HCP1. In this step, the fresh shrimp from the sea should be dried in order to produce the shrimp paste. Make sure the shrimp paste is not contaminated with nasty. The shrimp paste was 100% originated from the dry shrimp. Salt also has been added as the one-off ingredient of the product. Next step is mixing. Mixing step as a CP1. In this step, the machine used to mix the dry shrimp and the salt. The mixer used must not contaminated with non-halal material. The mixer should be cleaned every time after the process ends. It is to prevent from mixing with another product on the other day. To make 20 kg of shrimp paste, approximately 50 kg of dry shrimp and 5 kg salt are needed. The next step is grinding. In this process, grinding as HCP2. The grinder is used to grind or blend the dry shrimp, salt and syrup to make them a proper compound so they can mix well. Syrup was added during the process to give reddish color to the shrimp paste to make it become more attractive. After that, shaping. Shaping as HCP3. In making the shrimp paste, the owner have used the iron shaper that rectangular in shape. It is to give a constant shape and weight. One shrimp paste approximately 350 gram to 400 gram. The shaper used is not contaminated with non-halal material. not rusty and easy to use. Next is drying. Drying is SCP2. They use sunlight as natural energy to dry the shrimp paste. It also to give the constant color of the product. They also place the shrimp paste at higher place to avoid from contaminated with another thing. Next is freezing. Freezing at HCP4. During freezing, the shrimp paste was placed at certain temperature to increase their shelf life, quality, and taste of the product. For HCP5, it was at packaging because plastic is used to pack the shrimp paste. Make sure the plastic is safe and clean to be used, and also the shrimp paste is not contaminated with knife during packaging process. And lastly is labeling. For the label, the owner used another plastic to put the labeling paper to prevent the printing ink from spreading and contaminating with the shrimp paste.
Okay, there are some potential problems that may occur during the shrimp paste processing. First, during the mixing, the potential problems that may occur is the machine to process may not be function well to mix all the ingredients. So, the measure to overcome this problem, the handlers can mix all the ingredients manually by using the container and big wooden spoon, but it takes longer time compared to the machine. Okay, next, during the shaping process. During the shaping process, the shaper used may be rustings that can cause the contamination to the food. So, because it is made up by the iron, so the handlers can overcome this problem by using the shaper that is made up by the plastic or stainless steel materials. Okay. Third, during the drying process. During the drying process, the shrimp paste may be not fully dried up because of the cloudy day. So the handlers can wrap up the shrimp paste with the newspaper after the drying process under the sunlight to reduce the water content in the shrimp paste. And lastly, during the packaging process, the problems may occur is the plastic may not be enough to packet all the shrimp paste. So the handler can use the dried turmeric or coconut leaf to replace the plastic wrap during the packaging process. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so by doing this task, we know how to process the shrimp paste from the raw material until the labeling process. Other than that, we are also able to determine halal hazard point, halal critical limit, and halal control point for the product that has been used. We hope by doing this task, we can help the owner to get the halal certificate, and it was our small contribution to the halal food industry. That's all. Thank you from us.